Hi, my name is Mason Phillips. Today we're talking about psychological factors in talent development. Grit and growth mindset. Grit is where the athlete will have a long term goal, which no matter what, they will always work hard and motivate themselves to achieve it. A growth mindset is where the athlete will believe they can learn and do anything if they work long and hard enough for it. This is found by Frontini et al. 2021. Both are great for athletes to use when they are training and striving for goals. This is different on how they are both used and what type of athlete will use them and why. So grit. As an athlete, they will learn what it is like to have a raw, authentic work ethic. You also learn something deeper and more valuable, which is grit. This is a combination of passion and perseverance to achieve goals. Only the best and most dedicated athletes will have this and understand why it is so important to always have this in mind. So athletes like Ronaldo, Messi will have grit to become one of the best footballers in the world or the best footballers ever to play the game, and will always have this because they always want to prove everyone else that they're the best, and they want to keep on going even though they're at the age of 37, 38. Growth mindset. Athletes who have a growth mindset will focus on improving their skills and abilities due to a result of their hard work. They will see challenges as a chance to test themselves and see if their hard work has paid off. Mastery comes from effort and time. Athletes who use a growth mindset are more likely to be calm and collected when faced with challenges. So this may be as a younger age, maybe as you're coming through the ranks, as you're being told things. You're at a growth mindset, so you're there listening to people, taking advice from everyone else, learning from your mistakes and building up character. PCDEs. What does this stand for? It stands for Psychological Characteristics of Developing Excellence. Each one of these skills will build you up to being an elite athlete. They all come through experiences, and see how you cope with each one and what difference it can make to you as an athlete. Found by Skorsky and Abyss 2017. So if we have a look at this on the right, the PCD skills. So you gotta have commitment, which is a big one, focus and distraction control, realistic performance evaluation, self-awareness, coping with pressure, planning and self-organization, goal setting, quality practice, effective imaginary, and actively seeking social support. So you gotta have a few of these to become an elite athlete. A lot of elite athletes, like I said earlier, like Ronaldo, Messi, one of the greatest athletes in the world. They probably tick 90% of these off the list, if not them all. So to become an elite athlete, you will need to stick to these. Does talent need trauma? So this is a big question. An athlete will have to go through some trauma at some point in their sporting journey. This allows for the athlete to build up resilience and ways to combat the challenges. This links to the PCDEs and how an athlete won't gain the important skills to become an elite athlete unless they face some sort of trauma. This is sporting trauma where they might lose a big final or become injured. It's how they develop after that and what kind of athlete they turn into. Found by Collins and McNamara 2014. So this means after you get injured, or if you have a challenge in front of you like a lost final, how you're going to bounce back from that. So a lot of coaches will look in, maybe if you're not selected for a big game, will look how you react to it, making sure you ain't throwing your toys up your pram, making sure you're calm and collected, making sure you're mature about it, making sure you understand why it's happening. And then after that, they might see, we done this. So they will look into this athlete and be like, you got the things we need as an athlete that we need in our team, and then you can get picked, bought, or whatever you do in sport. These are my references. Thanks for listening. If you want to give these a read, I'll drop them down in the description. But again, thanks for listening.